if she wants to get the lead. She was 14th after the first round. And will not get 7.5 and the lead for sure. She went way too far over. Another, not a huge mistake, but another dive that is not what we expected from such a talented athlete. Remind you that Lena was bronze medalist in Tokyo in the 3-meter synchronized final with Tina Punzel, and below average for her in this dive, 38 points. She's in 16th place. Not too far from, just 3 points behind 12th place at the moment, but definitely we were expecting much more from her. Forward 2.5 somersault pike for Austrian diver Cara Albiez. She does a good job overall getting vertical, not very tight in her core when entering the water. Could have done a better job lining that up in the water. A big smile for Cara as well as Estila before. She's happy with her performance. 5.5 for her, 75 points for the Austrian diver. Last diver of the second round of dives, reverse 2.5 somersault tuck for Madeleine from Switzerland. And then we'll have the rankings after 2 rounds of dives. A good dive overall for Madeleine, who needed just 4.5 from the judges to be in the top 12 ranked divers after 2 rounds of dives. She'll get much more than that for sure. Exactly 6s from the judges. She jumps in ahead. She jumps ahead of Saskia Oettinghaus from Germany, and she's in 10th. So we have the rankings after 2 rounds of dives, and we can tell you we have Grace Reid in first, Claire Cryan from Ireland in second, and Chiara Pellicani in third. Right now in 12th place we have Aleksandra Blazowska from Poland. The 21 years old diver from Poland is sitting at 98 points. Big names behind her that should be in the final tonight, but as of right now are trailing behind are Lena Enschel and Elisa Pizzini, and also Lauren Alaselka in 13th, 14th, and 17th place. And we expect these 3 divers, also Celine Van Duyn in 22nd and Anna Pismenska in 24, are divers that I expected to be in the final this afternoon, but have done not so good this morning so far. Let's see how the 3rd round of dive goes. Elle Tuxen, nicely done. She was in 8th place after 2 rounds of dives. A good dive overall for her. Probably just around average, around the 50 points mark. Yeah, 49, 50, 5.5 for her. Could have been better in the entry, but she should be somewhat happy with that. Patricia Kuhn now from Budapest. A forward 2.5 somersault full twist, same dive as Elle before her. That's very low off the board. These dives just should have been much higher in order to then get all the way vertical. This is very short, does not even grab her hands getting in the water. And she ends up getting 40.50 points total, 132 after 3 rounds of dives. Elna Widerström from Sweden, a back 2.5 somersault pike for the Swedish diver, who was in 6th place after 2 rounds of dives. That was a very strong jump, explosive jump off the board. Probably too strong for her. Very high, very fast in that pike position, very sharp, but then also too far over the vertical line in the entry. 4.5 below average, 42 points only for her in this 3rd round. She will fall back in the rankings. She was 6th before these round of dives, and she'll end up further down in the rankings after 3 rounds of dives. Caroline Kupka, see if she can recover after a not so good first round of dives, and again another dive that ends up being too far short, and it seems like she doesn't want to push as hard as possible on this dive. It's not too hard, to be honest. I was expecting a higher jump here from her. 4.5, 36 points, another dive below average for her, and probably not too happy with that. Michelle Heimberg now, 4th place for her after the previous round of dives. Forward 3.5 somersault pike. Off rhythm on the hurdle, but overall a good job by Michelle. See Beatrix, her coach. The dive was okay. The hurdle wasn't perfect. Still, again, just like the round before, too far inside the board, and that causes the dive to be short at the end, but way above average for her, 63 points. She's in 1st place at almost 180 points, 179.05. Elisa Pizzini, the Italian diver who had quite a mistake before, now is performing a front 3.5 somersault pike. And another huge mistake for her. That does not line up at all getting in the water. She stayed completely piked getting in the water. I don't understand what went through her head, because she's very strong. She's capable here. She doesn't even move her arms getting in the water. She's very strong. I guess she just doesn't believe in her